What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Crypto Sherpa channel, where I read you those daily cryptocurrency news articles to keep you informed on what's going on in the crypto space. Now, bear with me 1 second. I want to share this video on our other account really fast. So let me grab that. Let me go to my channel. I want to share this out there. Probably should just do this during the ad, but I'm doing it right now. So bear with me for just a quick second, but thank you for being here. Happy Thursday. I'm exhausted. I was here till like 3 in the morning last night I'll do that during the break, but I was like up till 3 in the morning, like preparing for our crypto class we have today at our Bitcoin Bank Crypto Club. And these classes are streamed to all of our club locations. So it doesn't matter if you're in Sarasota here, Nashville, Massachusetts, Dallas, or Las Vegas, or anywhere around the world. You don't even have to be near it. We send a weekly newsletter or 2 newsletters throughout the week, remind people of our classes. And like, here's a little list of our classes for August. So maybe you might want to attend a class, pop on in, start your crypto journey. Tuesday, we had our class on Bitcoin basics and glossaries terms. And today we're talking about cold storage. So we're talking about the devices, hot, cold, some hardware wallets out there with pricing, like which is best for you. And so this is going to be a great class today. So if you want to stop by any of our clubs and like attend a class, do so. Next week, we have understanding exchanges. We're talking about the Genius Act and stable coins. The following week, seed phrases, private keys, who's Satoshi Nakamoto. So we got classes lined up for the month. And again, all of our classes too are recorded on our website. It's only accessible to our club members. So you need to be a member of the club. You're signed into your account, and then you gain access to all of our classes: the Bitcoin Basics Glossary, Part 2 or Part 3, Part 2. Portfolio strategies, evolution of money, mine. So we have at least over 80 classes that we've made in-house for you guys to learn from. And then you also gain access to all of our other content, the Bitcoin Bench Show, Women's Voices, my show too as well. You're watching on YouTube. But yeah, just a reminder, wherever you guys are watching, please hit that like and subscribe for me. It helps out the algorithm and just gets this content to everyone we can get who just needs this information. But let's go through the news today. What else is going on? What's happening? Like, Bitcoin treasury companies are popping up all over the place right now. And one person actually had their mind changed after having a meeting with Preston Peace. So let's hear about what changed your mind as he breaks down why companies are acquiring Bitcoin treasuries. So companies with Bitcoin treasuries are popping up everywhere. I sat down with Preston Peace, or is it Pish? I don't want to say Pish. Preston Pish to learn more. And he completely changed my mind on what they do. So yeah, if you're curious on just why people are holding on, or these companies are holding on to Bitcoin, it's like, exactly, what do they do? So I'm sure that was a question for you, and hopefully this article can clear up some of that for you. Now, for a while, I was skeptical of Bitcoin treasuries. All these Bitcoin companies felt like another fiat financial stunt and another way to play games with debt and derivatives while co-opting Bitcoin's name. And I didn't want Bitcoin financialized. I wanted to flourish cleanly, directly, and outside the grasp of Wall Street. But then I sat down for a conversation with Preston Pish on my podcast, You're the Voice, and that conversation changed everything for me. Preston's background is an unorthodox, as his insight in the Apache helicopter pilot turned to engineer, turned to a venture investor. And then when he explained how Bitcoin treasury companies function, not just structurally, but systematically, something just clicked for me. Now, he called them super spreaders of adoption, and he didn't mean that in a flashy, mimetic way. He meant that these public companies are engineering themselves to bring Bitcoin into the deepest corners of capital markets, pensions, retirement portfolios, bond funds. Through public transparency and financial engineering, they're creating vehicles that allow Bitcoin to seep into the legacy systems, not by smashing the door down, but following through the cracks. Now, when you securitize Bitcoin through a public company, you're creating a vehicle that operates in the fiat world while also accumulating sound money in the background, Preston told me. Now, so that's how Bitcoin infiltrates the fiat world. Not through a revolution, but through clever replication, or as Frederick Hayek once put it, through a sly roundabout way. Now, at first, I still hesitated. Isn't that just more fiat games? Isn't Bitcoin supposed to be the exit? So I pressed Preston, what's the product here? What are these Bitcoin treasuries actually offering? Do they even have a product or service? Or is Bitcoin itself on the balance sheet enough? His answer surprised me. The product, he said, is yield, and the demand for it is massive. The market isn't just hungry for high yield instruments, it's desperate for it. Now, the product, again, is desperation. Retirees need high yield income. Now, it's a tough truth out there, but it reflects the sad reality of fiat-based economies. We didn't create this broken system. We're living in it. And for millions of people trying to preserve their wealth, Bitcoin treasury companies may actually be a lifeline, especially pensioners, retirees, and institutions trying to escape the erosion of fiat-denominated bonds. That's the bridge. Now, it offers something similar, a reliable income stream, while quietly onboarding the world to something revolutionary, which is Bitcoin. Now, as uncomfortable as that is, especially for people like Preston or me who've dedicated years to Bitcoin education, it's a needed reality check. If we're serious about driving adoption, we have to meet people where they are. Sometimes that bridge to Bitcoin is built from the tools of the world, or of the old world. Now, but then he broke it down in system terms with Michael Saylor's multi-year transmission model as a case study. When credit is loose, raise debt to buy Bitcoin. When credit tightens, use operating cash or issue equity. Always stack, always adapt, and always keep accumulating. It's not just about holding Bitcoin, it's about designing capital structures that serve Bitcoin, not the other way around. And then a light bulb just went off. Maybe this isn't the financialization of Bitcoin. Maybe it's the Bitcoinization of finance. Now, I think that idea that is shifting my perspective is this: transparency. This super spreader effect can only happen in public markets because of their regulatory visibility. You can't hide what you're doing. Auditors, investors, the public, everyone can see your books. And that makes it harder to play scammy games, and it's easier for Bitcoin's incorruptibility properties to shine through. As I told Preston in our chat, maybe that's how Bitcoin ends up making fiat markets more honest. Now, Preston went further. He explained that one of the biggest untapped markets for Bitcoin treasury companies is retirees, people who want fixed income, bonds, yield, and through products like Strategies, STRC, the stretch security, companies are now offering Bitcoin-backed yield instruments that can compete with traditional bonds and maybe outperform them. And that's how Bitcoin reaches even the most conservative portfolios. Now, again, Saylor built a machine that shifts gears depending on liquidity in the system. It's a genius piece of financial engineering that other public companies can copy, and they will. Now, I've never been a fan of the idea that real change can come from within a broken system, but I also want to stay open to the possibility that this time might be different, that the fiat system won't be overthrown in a single moment, but gradually transform as better alternatives are quietly built inside it. Now, until the change become undeniable, maybe we're watching that unfold right now and in slow motion. Now, to hand off the baton from legacy finance of future Bitcoin systems, Pish said that the systems have to match frequency. Now, that's where stablecoins come in. Preston doesn't romanticize them. He sees their flaws, but he also sees their role to synchronize with Bitcoin. So the transition doesn't break the relay. Now that they're the halfway step is a necessary bridge. Now, here was a tweet from Efrat Fengeson. The Great Monetary Reset is already here, episode 90. So if you want to check that out, this is, I guess, where you'd find it. But my guest today is Preston Pish, engineer, Apache helicopter pilot, partner at Ego Death Capital VC, and co-founder of the Investors Podcast Network, known for co-hosting the Bitcoin Foundation podcast. Now, by 2030, he predicts that we will be living in a world with both CBDCs and Bitcoin and a dual system, but not for long. By 2030, he said, merchants will say, we only want Bitcoin. Now, the world is shifting and the great monetary reset is already happening beneath the headlines, inside balance sheets, behind cap tables, and maybe that's the most radical part. It's just not revolution on the streets. It's a quiet strategic rewiring of capital allocation. I now get how Bitcoin treasury companies aren't the problem. Sure, if they don't play smart, they may crash. Now, if people go all in on them without hedging themselves, they may crash too. But these companies are fulfilling a role meant to be fulfilled, and the role of super spreaders, and it might just lead to us to the solution. Not perfectly, not ideology, but effectively. Now, the great monetary reset isn't ahead of us. It's here, embedded in how capital is allocated, structured, and stored. And if Preston is right, the playbook is already written for those ready to act. And that is so true. And this kind of leads into the next article of how we're living in this system, like the CDs, Bitcoin, the stable coins as a transition into it. And again, first we'll be we'll say, yeah, we'll accept the stable coins out there. We will utilize that. But eventually we will get to that point where it's oh no, I only want Bitcoin. So yeah, and we're already seeing people though accepting stable coins. I think for payments this year, I think they had a 3x, and people actually who accepted their salaries in it, which is our next article. So people want crypto as payments, and looks like that thought and idea of that is actually increasing since last year. So let's go over that article to continue just this news on just crypto and blockchain adoption and just how the number of salaries paid in crypto tripled in 2024. Now, Circle's USDC account accounted for 63% of the salaries paid in crypto in 2024, outpacing USDT despite its trading dominance, according to Pantera's Global Compensation Survey. So the number of crypto professionals receiving salaries in digital assets has tripled over the past year, with 9.6% now paid in stablecoins, according to a report by venture capital company Pantera Capital. Now, based on over 1,600 responses from crypto professionals across 77 countries, the report points to a shift toward blockchain-native payroll systems and growing institutional trust in dollar-backed assets like USDC, coin, and USDT. Now, Circle's USDC led the way, accounting for 63% of all crypto payrolls, despite Tether's USDT being the most tradable stablecoin by volume worldwide. Now, they said we initially thought this was due to our survey skewing more Western. The report says, after digging in further, we found it very interesting that none of the major payroll providers in the space, Deal, Remote, Rippling, offer USDT for payroll. So combined, the two stablecoins accounted for over 90% of the reported payouts, according to DeFi Llama, and the total market capitalization of all stablecoins stood at $268.6 billion at the time of writing. Now, here is that poll they took on stablecoins and payroll. Now, in 2023, 97% of these people surveyed accepted just fiat currency, while 3% accepted crypto in there for their pay. But then in 2024, only 89.1% of the people surveyed accepted fiat, while 9.6% started accepting it. So that is a 3x of people rather getting paid in a cryptocurrency rather than a fiat. And pretty soon, like was that Peach said in the last article, pretty soon these people who are accepting stable coins will start going, no, I just want Bitcoin. So that's kind of the transition we will be seeing. But according to the report, token-based compensation is also increasingly structured around long-term alignment, with nearly 88% of vesting schedules now set to 4 years, up from 64% the year before. Now, the findings suggest that in the blockchain industry, hands-on experience and technical expertise often outweigh academic credentials. Professionals with a bachelor's degree earned an average salary of $286,000, notably higher than those with masters at $214,000, or a doctorate degree at $226,000. Now, here's a percentage of people paid in crypto, and the source from Pantera Capital. So 63% of those total people getting paid wanted USDC. Only 1.3% wanted Ethereum. 1.9% wanted Sol, so people want to get paid in Sol more over than Ethereum. Interesting. And then 28.6% is paid in USDT. Now, Circle's enterprise push. Circle is aggressively positioning USDC as a core tool for institutional payments, payroll, and B2B financial infrastructures, not just trading. In March of 2024, the company partnered with Intercontinental Exchange, ICE, and the New York Stock Exchange parent firm to explore USDC and tokenized fund integration in global derivative markets. 2 months later, Circle applied for a federal trust bank charter with the U.S. Office of the Comptroller of the Currency. Part of its long-term strategy to provide regulatory infrastructure for stablecoin payments and custody and settlements. And then in July, U.S. President Donald Trump signed the Genius Act into law, establishing a bipartisan regulatory framework for stablecoin issuers like Circle. And supporters of the bill cited that USDC as a model for compliant digital dollars. So again, like we did see more increase in people. I don't think, no, that was 2024. We just got that news of stablecoin. So I guarantee people getting paid in crypto is definitely going to boom a lot faster within this next year, 2 years. And I'll keep track of these charts and report it to you, just because now we got regulatory rules in place now. It's not just go ahead and do it, but we'll tell you, we won't tell you if you did something wrong, but but we'll still go after you. So now that there's rules in place, this system is just really going to take off so fast. Blockchain technology, cryptocurrencies, again, it's just going to seep into Bitcoin, I like that last article just pointed it out. So we are just increasing, and it's just such a fun time to be around right now. So that's our stablecoin news. There's just people accepting their salaries in it. Why Bitcoin again? Companies are accepting the Bitcoin Treasuries, and then just now, actually, this morning, we got news that a gas station, Sheetz, just announces a 50% discount on paying in Bitcoin and crypto every day. This is huge. So this is, I think, a gas station in North Carolina when I was looking it up. But every day from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m., get 50% off your purchase when you pay with crypto. Now it's up to $15 per payment, but no, that is still huge. So say you're going to the gas station and you just need to put $15 of gas in, and it's like, okay, that's gonna be my direction, but hey, you just got 50% off. Or hey, if you're a chronic smoker, Ben and Heidi, you can stop by these places. Packs of cigarettes are probably usually $12. Now you're getting packs for $6. So now he can utilize it. And then also, like, this is just like, we always like, this is bullish news right now too, because now, like, what is it? We always say like Bitcoin can benefit you if you just held on to it. So for those of you who've been acquiring Bitcoin all these times, like, we still don't want you to get rid of it or anything, but you still should spend it and utilize it. You're getting more tools to utilize it. And now with this gas station, you get 50% off up to $15. And then I'm just picturing like this is going to adopt Bitcoin. So definitely buying, trading volume, because again, what's to stop a person from just like going into the store? When the time to pay comes out, they just open up their Cash App, buy Bitcoin, send it over there. They just really got to cover. They're like literally, I think Cash App's like 3%. So doing a 3% fee just to buy that Bitcoin and then move it on over to pay for your stuff to get 50% off, that's quite a good deal. So I'm just thinking like it's going to be so easy for people to just start spending Bitcoin, and they got incentives too. And I'm thinking these guys chose the time from 3 to 7 p.m. because that may have been their slow time. So like they're probably going to get some heavy traffic out during these times for people to take advantage of that 50% off. So like, way to go, Sheets. I love seeing this adoption news out there, because guys, there's going to be more and more places popping up where you can utilize and spend your Bitcoin, because that's always been the biggest concern these last couple of years. People go, well, how can I use it? How can I spend it? Well, there's options. You got cards or whatnot, but now we're finally getting options that are going, oh, I can actually just spend directly peer-to-peer my crypto for these stuff. So this is bullish and awesome news. And all right, let's move on. What else do we got going on? Let's see. Major win for crypto SEC rules with liquid staking activities outside of security regulation. So again, for those wondering about like the rate cut decision has always been like not a dictator, it's like a cause. It's not a catalyst, but it causes movement in the Bitcoin space. Like when they don't want to cut the interest rates. We've seen like this past month, like Bitcoin's just been standing still. But whenever they cut interest rates, like you see Bitcoin's price go up, partly because it's like just makes people want to they can take out a loan now. They can borrow against the money to go into it, so it's less of a risk when that percentage fee is down. But let's go with this, because this is a win though for staking activities is now like not considered a security, because people stake tokens all the time to earn some passive income out there, extra coins. Now knowing that's not a security, that's pretty cool. But I think maybe this just relates to maybe some tokens, not all of them. But let's find out. So, and what could mark a significant advancement for the cryptocurrency industry, the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission has issued new guidance regarding liquid staking activities. Now, this development follows a concerted effort by industry leaders, including Jito Labs, Bitwise Asset Management, Multicoin Capital, Van Eck, and the Solana Institute, who recently urged the SEC to allow the use of liquid staking tokens in proposed exchange-traded products for Solana. Now, the SEC clarifies liquid staking regulations. Now, the SEC's Division of Corporation Finance released a statement clarifying how federal security laws apply to liquid staking. Now, this process involves staking crypto assets via a software protocol, which in turn generates a liquid staking receipt token. This token serves as proof of ownership for the staked asset, and any rewards generated. Importantly, the SEC indicated that under certain conditions, the activities associated with liquid staking may not constitute the offer or sale of securities, as defined by the Securities Act of 1933 and the Securities Exchange Act of 1934. The recently appointed chairman, Paul S. Atkins, emphasized the SEC's commitment to providing clear regulatory guidance for emerging technologies and financial practices. Now, he described the staff statement on liquid staking as a crucial step in delineating which crypto asset activities fall outside the SEC's jurisdiction. Now, this effort aligns with the SEC's broader initiative dubbed Project Crypto, which aims to position the U.S. as a global leader in the crypto landscape, echoing President Donald Trump's commitment to fostering the industry. Atkins remarked on the importance of a regulatory framework that encourages innovation rather than stifles it. He also pointed out that the balanced regulatory approach enhances America's leadership in the digital asset space. Now, Project Crypto. The SEC's goal, including bringing digital asset activity back to the US, modernizing custody requirements for digital assets, and promoting experimentation with innovation technologies, such as tokenized equities. Now, since taking office, Atkins has already begun to reverse some of the more stringent measures implemented by his predecessor, Gary Gensler. Now, this shift has been supported by Commissioner Hester Pierce, known affectionately in the industry as Crypto Mom, for her pro-crypto stance. I think who is it doesn't like that name? I think it was Modern Investor. He always goes like, oh, it's so cringe. Why are you calling yourself the Crypto Mom? So some people don't like that she's referred to as Crypto Mom, but that's how all these articles always refer to her as. But among the notable actions taken under Atkins' leadership is the withdrawal of lawsuits against several prominent companies in the sector, including Coinbase, Uniswap, and Robinhood, as well as initiating new rulemaking efforts to adapt to the evolving landscape of digital finance. Now, overall, the SEC's recent guidance on liquid staking and the broader project of the crypto initiative signal a pivotal moment for the digital asset industry, potentially fostering an environment ripe for innovation and growth. So nice. So now we get some more regulation and rules in place, which is awesome because we need that. Like I was saying the last time, because of the Genius Act, it was just like we get these regulations. Now we know what we can do. Like we're not just saying, okay, let's do it and hope we don't get in trouble for it. So we need these rules in place to keep increasing adoption and innovation in the space out there right now. And sure, this is like the centralized side of it all, but it's a start to getting the whole run. Like this doesn't mean the DeFi side of the crypto space is going away. It's like, oh, it's moving centralized. No, it's just we're getting the bigger picture now. At first, all the people were just on the DeFi side. Now we're slowly getting some CeFi people to get some rules on there, and then maybe they'll start using the DeFi side as well. But no, this is all great bullish news. So you should just, again, guys, get some Bitcoin right now. Times are changing. This is your last chance to get on board. Everyone is talking about we're not going to see these huge dips anymore for Bitcoin, crypto, and everything. And people still think we'll have those dips and everything. But Bitcoin, they say we're not going to be seeing these huge dips anymore. And I believe it. Just with all these news, everything, people want to accept Bitcoin or crypto in their gas stations, and then these rules. That's the regulations of improvement, because that just onboards even more people. They're not so scared to get in. It's like, oh, there's rules that I'm followed by, so just more people get on there. We got institutions and companies buying up Bitcoin every single day. MicroStrategy wants to get 7% of the Bitcoin supply. It's just not going to end. So guys, if you need help getting some Bitcoin, join the club. Check out bitcoinben.io. We even offer no KYC Bitcoin purchases, which is I think the best thing anybody always wants, because usually when people get onboarded, they got to sign up for Coinbase or Cash App, give them your social, your driver's license, do that KYC process. And then they go I thought crypto was decentralized. Why would I need to get the space? It's well, the place you're onboarding isn't decentralized. It's completely centralized. They got to follow the KYC rules, the anti-money laundering rules. So that's why they're doing that. But if you can get if you have the opportunity or the tool to be able to get no KYC Bitcoin, I would definitely do that. And that is a tool we do offer here. So definitely take a look at that. And let's take a quick break. I'll play a commercial of, again, one of our other programs we offer outside of the bulk no KYC Bitcoin purchases. So let me play this quick ad and we'll be right back with some more crypto news.
Attention visionaries and pioneers, the future of wealth is here, and it's spelled Bitcoin, Bitcoin. Introducing the exclusive Loans for Bitcoin program at the Bitcoin Ben Crypto Club, where your good credit unlocks 0% interest loans for up to 2 years, or term loans up to $250,000 spread over 7 to 12 years. Why wait? Use this capital to acquire the world's fastest appreciating asset, Bitcoin. With prices hovering around $94,000 and projections aiming much higher by the year's end, the time to act is now. Leverage isn't just for Wall Street anymore. Arbitrage the low cost of your loan against Bitcoin's explosive growth. It's smart finance for the modern investor. And privacy matters. Our no KYC Bitcoin purchase program ensures you buy and self-custody your assets in your own wallet. Your keys, your Bitcoin, your future. And as the world shifts to digital currencies, be ahead of the curve. Front-run corporations, governments, in this greatest financial revolution of our times. I'm Jay Bose, CEO of Bitcoin Then Crypto Club. Call or text us today at 941-413-6920 and get started on that loan application. Secure your legacy. You will thank yourself tomorrow.
And we are back. I'm still sharing the video out there, like I said in the beginning of the video. So let me finish sharing this video and I will be back with more crypto news. So just bear with me 1 second. Let's see, live, because I know I got my video shared out there. Now I'm just trying to get our God, Freedom, and Bitcoin video on there. Because our Nashville team also has a show out there on our BBTV channel. They have their own channel called God, Freedom, and Bitcoin. And again, you can access that content even on our website right here to all the channels, or give them a follow on YouTube, Rumble, wherever they're at. But Todd and Jed do such a great job with their podcast. Great interviews, great guests. So definitely check them out too, maybe after the show if you're not going to attend our class. But let's continue on with the news. What else is going on in the space? So let's see. We got Ripple cannot control XRP ledger, so the CTO David Schwartz. So okay, but they do hold quite a bit of that supply, and they can definitely fluctuate the price. So they may not be in control of the blockchain network and the tokens of people's wallets out there, but they definitely, since they're a big whale holder, they can definitely affect that price. So let's go through this article and learn a little bit about this and how they do not have the full control because I think they just have one validator out there. But most validators on XRP Ledger are not affiliated with Ripple, he said. So XRP's Ledger code base does not possess some secret backdoor that would allow Ripple to single-handedly control the network, according to digital payment company Chief Technology Officer David Schwartz. Now, despite XRP's Ledger's continued adoption among financial institutions, the misconception that Ripple somehow controls the ledger has lingered. He told Decrypt in a recent interview that we are a major contributor to the ecosystem. It is obviously very important to us, he said, but we have no interest or desire in running the network. Now, corners of the crypto industry have questioned XRP's Ledger's decentralization for years, flagging a low number of validators compared to other networks as a potential weak point. XRP itself has also drawn scrutiny because Ripple owns billions of the XRP tokens. And that's around 23,000 Bitcoin nodes could be reached worldwide on Wednesday. But according to BitNodes, meanwhile, XRP Ledger had only 186 validators online. So a big difference between the nodes and validators on Bitcoin's chain out there, or no, just the nodes out there on Bitcoin's chain is 23 compared to XRP's Ledger of only 186. So when there's low validators, that just makes me think there's some vulnerabilities there. If they add more, then it just makes it more secure and more decentralized. But as of now, XRP, I would still believe is centralized. But according to the XRP scan, anyone can run a validator, and Ripple is responsible for only one, according to XRP's Ledger's website. Now, Schwartz acknowledged that Ripple may be the most interested participant in XRP's Ledger's ecosystem as a provider of the infrastructure updates and grants, but he said that Ripple cannot dictate what activity takes place on the XRP Ledger, nor would it want to. Changes that would impact transaction processing on XRP Ledger need approval from 80% of the network. Now, we wouldn't want to be able to censor transactions because then people could pressure us, he said. Nobody has ever had a transaction stopped by Ripple. If they did, they'd say so. Now, Schwartz co-founded XRP Ledger before joining Ripple and his foundational role, and may invite comparisons to Ethereum and its relationship to co-founder Vitalik Buterin. However, Ripple's control over XRP supply is relatively distinct, with it being among the asset's largest holders. As of October, Ripple said it held $38 billion XRP tokens in escrow, a significant chunk of the 100 billion XRP that was gifted to it by XRPL's co-founders in 2012. So that's like 38% of the XRP tokens out there. So that's quite a bit. Now, as a result, some critics believe that Ripple has the ability to influence XRP's scarcity by periodically selling tokens. Now, Ripple's decentralization strategy has been ongoing since XRP Ledger debuted back in 2012, and that has included pairing back to a number of key validators that the company controls. Now, XRP's ledger security relies on unique node lists. Each validator maintains a list of network participants that it trusts not to conspire with. The XRP Foundation maintains a default unique node list, which is widely popular and used to include several Ripple-owned validators. Now, Ripple has run one of 35 validators on the XRP Foundation's default unique node list since July 2023. According to the company's website, and that represents a small sliver of the overall network, Schwartz said. He said that we run something like 1% of the network, he said, so we don't have any say over transactions. So again, that's just 1% of like, what do you say, like it would take like an 88% tack on there to be able to make any changes? Yeah, so Expert Ledger needs approval from 80% of the network to make any changes out there. So by them just controlling 1% of those nodes, they won't be able like truly dictate those rules out there. But that's just pointing out that this article just pointed out, it's like, no, like, I think they're still trying to point out that they aren't centralized, but there's a lot of comments and debates out there still with XRP. Me, I feel that XRP still is completely centralized, but there's people out there who argue against that. So again, there's still so much news out there, many debates around this. So it doesn't matter if you want to hold on to XRP. If you believe in it, go for it. Like, that's our free will out there. And for me, I just prefer holding on to Bitcoin. I've become kind of a Bitcoin maximalist since I joined these crypto clubs. So it's like when I first started, I still do love all the cryptos out there and everything, because I understand that Bitcoin cannot do it all, and we have specific blockchains created to do specific tasks, AI, smart contracts, other stuff out there. So I know Bitcoin can't do it all, so I do favor some altcoins out there. I do still believe that 99% of these other altcoins are just scams and rug pulls out there, but there's 1% of the token supply that actually have use case and utility behind it. So again, check out some coins, just do your research, and be smart with your investments out there. But that's our Ripple and XRP news. Now let's move on to a crypto trader bot scam on YouTube, which looted 265 ETH out there. So be careful with YouTube videos out there. So I guess with this ad, it's going to talk about how there's some like very old YouTube accounts out there that sometimes people sell. They have lots of subscribers and on their account, and they just sell it over. And then sometimes a scammer will take over that and start just telling people to go here, do that. And then just telling all these old subscribers to that account to go do this. Some of them will fall for it. So we want to be careful with, again, some stuff you listen to on YouTube. Be safe when learning online. If you're going to go the online route, definitely just keep doing lots and lots of research, because that's the only way you're going to be able to tell, okay, what is real, what is not. You'll be watching a lot of repeat videos. With me starting, I watch so many repeats, just people talking about the same thing over and over again. But what I notice is they're talking the same thing. So it's okay, when one person out there was saying something different, it's kind of like the consensus mechanism for Bitcoin, and the validators out there. It's just you need everyone to come to consensus, agree on a transaction. So 51% approve the block, it goes through. The other 49%, that gets tossed out. So how do I get on the consensus part of all of this? I totally forgot about that. So it was just the consensus. Where was I going with that? I'm totally drawing a blank right now. Oh my gosh. Totally unprofessional, guys. But no, so just, that's what I was saying. It's when you're watching all these videos, people say the same thing, but again, you realize there's maybe one person saying something different out there, and the consensus of that's okay, this is telling me that the consensus is the true data about this one person is just the outlier. I'll disclose that. I'll still keep it in the back of my mind to know about it, but this is the truth going through. So you got to go through a lot of video watching just to finally filter out all the fake accounts, what's legit, what's bad, what's good out there. And again, you just can't learn that right away. You need to constantly watch all these videos and all this stuff until your brain just naturally filters it. But let's take a look at this scam on YouTube just to learn a little bit more about it. So aged YouTube accounts with a history of posting crypto news and investing tips have been taken over by bad actors to advertise a scam trading bot that steals crypto. So also why I don't like trading bots. I just don't trust them. Now, cybersecurity firm Sentinel Labs has warned that malicious actors are using old, seemingly legitimate YouTube accounts to promote a crypto trading bot that hides a smart contract designed to drain users' funds. Now, the scam is widespread and ongoing since at least 2024 and has spread through YouTube videos shared on social media, offering tips and smart contract code to deploy a crypto trading bot. Now, Alex Delamoteo, a senior threat researcher with Sentinel Labs, said in a report on Tuesday that after the victim deploys a smart contract, the attacker's wallet is added, hidden by disguising it as a trading address. Now, when the user funds the contract, the scammers has access to drain the funds, and the victim must fund the contract for the scam to work. So it's not like, so if they set this all up and they didn't do anything with it, they're fine. But the moment they start funding that account, it's gonzo. The scammer has access. He drains the wallet. So it just depends on when the victim actually uses it. But the cryptocurrency ecosystem is increasingly complex, and scams like these will inevitably succeed against victims who do not thoroughly analyze how related tools work by scrutinizing what the inputs and outputs are, Delamotto added. Now here, I think, is the example of one of these like fake ads out there. So a YouTuber showing you how to like deploy the transaction, run the code, and it's like how to create passive income with MEV bots on Ethereum. So this video offers tips on how to deploy a crypto trader bot that is actually just a ruse to steal crypto from unsuspecting users. So it looks like a legit account because, again, it was an old profile that scammers just took advantage of. Now, over 256 Ethereum have been stolen so far. So victims urged to deposit at least 0.5 Ether, now Ethereum, currently worth $1,829 to cover the cost of gas fees and ensure the profits are sizable enough to be worthwhile. Now, Delamotto said her investigation found that the scams have had varying degrees of success, with most recently identified scammer wallet receiving 7.59 ETH. Another had 4.19 ETH. And a third held 244.9 ETH, collectively worth more than $939,000. We observed the same wallet being used across multiple weaponized smart contracts. However, there are many unique addresses in use, so it is unclear how many unique actors are behind the scam, she said. Now, video shows scams red flags. All the YouTube accounts operating the scam are older and have a history of posting crypto news, investor tips, or other pop-up culture-related content to boost the account's rank and appear credible, according to Delamotto. Now, it's unclear if the bad actors created the channels or just purchased them for the scam, because old YouTube channels can be found for sale through Telegram and in search engine results. So yeah, again, like I said, people who had successful YouTube channels back in the day, they kind of just want to sell it. Or again, some people have businesses where they just know how to increase a YouTube subscription base and get subscribers on there. They'll raise that up to a certain level and then sell it. And then you got sites like these, accmarket.com, H Profiles, or you can go to Telegram. So this is how they're getting these channels out there. Now, several videos appear to be AI generated and based on audio and visuals which makes it easier for actors to create multiple scam videos without having to take on a new identity, Delamotto said. Now, negative comments to the videos are deleted, and testimonials in the comments section claim to have personally profited from the bot. Now, the actors are likely managing the YouTube comment section to delete any negative comments as more savvy users turning to platforms like Reddit for additional context on the bot, Delamotto added. And here are some of those comments out there because they get rid of all the nasty ones. Woohoo, withdraw 1.5 ETH. Thanks, George. I'm already up 2.9 ETH. The fact you condense MEV bots in 7 minutes. First thing I do when I wake up is check my contract amounts. LOL, I'm up 0.8 ETH. So again, like these are fake ads are just controlled by the system. Like we get people here all the time who are being scammed, and they're going, no, I see people in the chat and the comments of my Telegram group. It's like they've been pulling out money. I've been talking to these guys for months, for years, which is actually blows my mind that they've been a part of this for that long, because like that's how long the scammers have been taking them on. Like who knows if like they're just moving from platform to platform to platform that these guys are doing for. But no, they believe the comment section for what they see on like that. So you just got to be able to learn how to filter all this stuff away. Like I said, like you can watch like videos as much as you can, but like until your brain just naturally filters it out, like a lot of people will fall victim to this. So again, this is why we open up these crypto clubs out here. We're a physical brick and mortar company. You can shake our hand. We're eye to eye. Well, we won't steer you in the wrong direction. But again, like that's the difference between like our clubs and just trying to do some education online. You're trusting that person online that you may have never met before. You're giving money versus us, like, you just gotta be a member of the club. That's like the only fiat transaction right there between us. Anyways, after that, it's like, we're here to educate you on just we're going to show you how to do this right way. Here's your self-custody wallet. This is where you're going to hold your crypto. Here are the exchanges where you buy. I would tell them not to do any trading until they understand the basics first, because a lot of people just want to jump on in, start trading. It's like that's a whole nother level. But no, so this is kind of the perks we have at these clubs here, just being a physical location you guys can come to. So if you're feeling like threatened about the space and you don't know how to really get started, instead of just going online to fall for a potential scam out there, take a look at our clubs. Check out bitcoinben.io, and we have tons of information out there for you. So yeah. But again, guys, continue on with this article. Don't use bots shield on video. So that's a good tip right there. Dylan Motto said that scams like this are becoming more common because they work for bad actors, which is why crypto users should treat trading tools promoted through unverified social media or video content with extreme caution. Now, to defend against these types of scams, crypto traders are advertised to avoid deploying code shielded through influencer videos or social media posts, particularly if it's offering a way to make money fast, she said. Now, De La Mato said it's important to research what the tools does and validate how it works before deploying it, and to avoid anything that sounds too good to be true, such as promising quick, easy profits with no effort or risks. So just be careful out there, guys. I always like, again, sharing any type of scam video I can, whether it be another phishing attack or user error or an actual exchange got hacked out there, or just like these videos out there. I'm just trying to at least get these out there in any video I can, just so it's in public. You guys are aware of like what the scams looks like, and hopefully you do not fall for them. So that is it, though, for all the news. Just be safe out there. Was there anything else on Twitter? I know I saw an article on like this right here, but it's not official yet. But President Trump is to sign an executive order Thursday that aims to allow Bitcoin and crypto to 401k, says Bloomberg. So that could be sometime today. So maybe I'll have this article for you if it does take place. But I'm excited for that. Let's go, Trump. And then also, this meme is popping up all the time now. If you can't handle the big drops, you don't deserve the big gains. And we see this meme all the time. Like right now, it's 114,000. No one's in line. Next up, 150. And we were seeing this all the way up. Oh, when you want Bitcoin at 15,000, and then it goes to 25,000. Or then it's at like, oh, the empty line is at 30,000. Now we're at 60,000 over here with the people line. So this meme keeps popping up now, but it's just so true. It's like, guys, get some Bitcoin now. It's inevitable that's going to just keep going up. But that's it. Looks like our fear and greed index right now is at 52 since yesterday, so it's still about the same. We're in neutral territory. Bitcoin is above 116 now, so reclaiming that territory. Let's hope we can stick with it and keep going back up to 120. But we'll see as it tests this level, because it was holding at 114, 115 for a bit. We saw that dip to like $13,000. So hopefully we're making our little moves back on up. Now, Ethereum's at $3,800, very nice, and XRP is at $3.04 right now. But again, guys, that's all the crypto news I have for you. Thank you all for tuning in. I will be back tomorrow with some more crypto news for you. So take care, guys. I love you. And in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
In a world where your data is constantly under attack, one company stands for your digital freedom. Introducing Calyx Solutions, your gateway to ultimate online privacy and secure cryptocurrency trading. Meet the Liberty Laptop. With its modified OS and advanced tracking prevention, it's your shield against surveillance. Access restricted areas, use recommended security software, and browse with confidence. Your digital footprint? Virtually non-existent. For the crypto pros, we present the Crypto Laptop. Pre-configured on premium hardware for secure trading. Optimized for your favorite wallets and exchanges, it's the fortress your digital assets deserve. Both laptops come with expert individual training and support. You're never alone in your journey to digital empowerment. At Calyx Solutions, we put you in control. No more worrying about data breaches or compromised transactions. Ready to join the revolution? Visit calyxsolutions.io and choose your perfect laptop today. Plus, become an affiliate and earn while sharing the power of digital freedom. Calyx Solutions. Unlock your digital freedom. Give us a call or text at 702-845-8276 or visit us directly at calyxsolutions.io.